Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This June 2023, variant 43, question number 10, and topic is a graph functions. Okay, what a question is, so first of all, was the main problem when student plug in the values in the, here, not a big issue, but not mostly when they plug in the values, they don't put the brackets. So what you will do, students will plug in the place of x, put bracket here and -3. So this x value will go in the place of this bracket. This bracket not a big trouble, so that is why. But other kind of questions, this bracket will create issue. Okay, anyway, I'm starting now. And the first answer I'm getting here, -2.5. -2.5. This is -2.5. This working, you show to examiner, you don't show, no problem at all. 2 to power, when 0 goes in this place, so to something to power 0 is 1. So 1 minus 3, we get a -2. And I believe you're still understanding. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So when I plug in 1 in the place of this, so 2 to power 1 is a 2, and I got a -1. So I believe these values are very, very clear. And let's go for next part. Next part, I discussed many times, when you are doing graph part, please use this formula. Formula is what? Value divided by number of boxes. Value divided by number of boxes. Very important formula. For example, along x-axis, what is this value? 1. 1 will go in the numerator. Look, I'm showing you. And boxes count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10, when I divide 1 by 10, so I get a 0.1. It means one box is 0.1. I just write here. This is enough as well, or write one small box. But a small box word, if you don't write, no problem at all. Okay, this is idea clear. But what about y-axis? Luckily, this scale is same along x and y. So I'm writing along y like this. And I believe you got a point how I wrote a scale. Now I'm starting. First of all, the first number, x -2 is here. Okay. And y -2.7 is below. So, and this is a line of -2. Okay. Now, value is -2.75. Let me check. Yeah, 75. So 2.75. Let me label it. 2.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In the middle of them is 7.75. So this number is actually 75. I hope so, got it. So from here, when I meet this line here, I meet at this point. So I erase the lines, and I believe the point is very, very clear. And I raise this number. You can leave the number as it is, no problem at all. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, first point clear. Second, -1, -2.5. Along x-axis, -1, which you can see, and y is -2.5. -2.5, -2.1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this number is -2.5. And I believe there's nothing hard. So this value come from here, and -1 come from here. So they meet at this point. And I believe this point is clear as well. Let's go for next point, and that is x0, y -2. x0, y -2 is naturally x0, y0, x0, y -1, x0, y -2. So I believe this is nothing hard to find out. Next point, x is -0.5, which is somewhere here. Let me find 5 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes. This is 0.5. And y is -1.58. 58, which is close to -1.6, but slightly less than 6. Okay, let me count. So -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 is here, slightly lesser. Slightly lesser means I think I can go from here and this point. Sorry, this is meeting here. This is meeting here because it's coming from here. So I believe the line points are very clear, and I have done this job even. Okay. Let me check. Yeah, correct. Let's go for next. X is +1, y -1. +1 from here and -1 from here. X is +1, y -1. Easy. Now next points are what? X is 1.5. X is 1.5, which is in the middle here. Okay, this number is 1.5. and this is negative 1.7, which is close to negative 0.2. Negative 0.2 is where? Let me tell you. This is negative 0.1. This is negative 0.2. So slightly up in this meeting here. So I believe you got my point very clear. I am taking extra time for every point, and this kind of accuracy is required. Okay, x is 2, y is 1. X is 2 here and y is 1 here. So they meet where? Let me find the point. They meet here. So let me label it in very accurate level. I will make it. Okay. Last point, 2.5 is where? 2.5 is here. This 2.5. 2.66 means 2.67. 2.7 should go close here. 2.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And 6, 5, and 6, 7 somewhere here. Okay. And this line come from here. And I believe this point is very clear how I got it. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, you rounded 1 dp or you don't round it, no problem at all. Now you see every time, just for knowledge, whenever exponential graph comes, okay, e to power x comes, 2 to power x comes, 3 to power x comes, 5 to power x comes, graph always come like this and move like this. And if you want to see in a no time, I can show you some graphical work explanation. So have a look here. I use graphical tool and I show you 2 to power x. You see the graph is like this. If I show you 5 to power x, you can see the graph is like this. So if I show you now 4 to power x, again I will. So every time graph is cutting at 1, you can see, and it goes from left to top upwards. So I hope so got the idea. And that is why you can see this graph. I think now you believe it very well. The graph is going how? What kind of graph? Naturally this graph. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, which I'm going to make it. Get ready and don't join directly. I said many times, don't join directly. Smooth. You see? Okay. Okay. You feel this is not okay, you can rub it and make it again. All right. You see, slightly bending. This is directly actually bending. Don't join directly, this is wrong. Slightly, and even this is wrong even. So you make it slightly this way, which shows slightly bend. You will see from far, you see the graph is so smooth and gradually it is turning. Gradually it is turning. So I think this graph, and look at 4 marks for this graph, Alhamdulillah, confirm, and 3 marks for the table values. So up till now, 7 marks are confirmed. How to deal this lower question? Whenever you're dealing the lower question, students, you have to do what? This top equation, copy, paste, and bring down. Or because I have to use this tool, that is why I will bring it down. But when you're doing this question in exam or test, you can keep your eye on the top. That's it. Is this matching with that? Yes. Is this matching with that? Yes. This full matching, correct. Full is equal to y. So left hand side remove and write y. So for your knowledge, I just give you some extra things, which is a very, very important here. And you will listen to me carefully. Equation of x-axis is always y is equals to 0. And if line goes through 1 and parallel to x-axis, or line go through 2 parallel to x-axis, or line go through 3 parallel to x-axis. And how to write it? This is passing through 0, that is why y is 0. And what is this equation of line y equal to 1? And this is line y is equal to 2. This is equal to y is equal to 3. It means whenever one variable y is given, any number comes here, it means this line is 100% line parallel to x-axis. Line parallel to x-axis. So don't forget this criteria. I believe you got a point very clear. So there's a rule. Now you can see y equal to 2. So where is the 2? I just show you where is the 2. 2 is this. So line parallel to x-axis and passes through 2. And look, my scale. And this line is not a compulsory to make it, but if make it good. The line slightly up, I will drag and slightly bring down. Okay, this is done. Make an arrow on the both sides and right here y is equals to 2. It is cutting the curve here. It is cutting the curve here and it is a cutting curve here and bring down, bring down, bring down. This is my answer. And now one box is, 0.1. So what you predict from here to 2.1, 2.2, 2.3. So if you get 2.3 or some student write 2.25, even this come in the middle, 2.3, 2.35, all are correct answers. So Mabruk, Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, 2.3 you write, or you write 2.35. What I believe both are correct. Even it is coming 2.2, I don't think so. Correct answer, 2.3, 2.35, 2.4 is also correct. Even you get 2.4, you will not lose mark. What is my belief? Ideal is this, when all three answers are correct. In mark scheme, he will give you not one answer, the range of answers. And I believe this part is clear. But how to deal this kind of question? This is little tricky. And that is why one part only 4 marks. One part only 4 marks. So some logic behind it. So try to match it. Yes, is matching. Yes, matching. So copy paste. Is this matching? Not at all. So not matching, it will go on the right hand side. But is this matching? Again, it's not matching. I will bring on the right hand side. So it means this equation I wrote in this form. And I believe you understanding how I shifted. Repeat. This I copied, no doubt about it. These two values are not matching with the other one. I will bring both values right hand side. Now, what I need, student, extra, I need -3. So to keep the fulfill this demand, I will do what? Look, I'm writing what? Listen to me carefully. I'm writing in blue color. -3 left hand side, -3 right hand side. Algebraic rule. Algebraic rule. You can what you subtract left side, same subtract right side. So no problem. Or some teacher teach another way. What is that way? They can add and subtract same side. For example, 2 to the power x is already present and x plus 1.5 is already present. Okay, so they add, first subtract 3 to make it balance. Look, first add subtracting, then adding. Why subtracting first? Because I need -3. Why I wrote +3 to make a balance so they cancel each other and no effect come on the question. And now what to do? This 3 I will bring on other side. So this 3 becomes -3. So you see that you write this way or you write the other way, no effect comes. Is this matching with the whole thing? Yes, is equal to y. So left hand side, I remove it and I'm writing y. Right hand side, I'm copying x and these two numbers I type in calculator, or I know that positive 1.5 minus 3 giving us minus 1.5. Sometime I tell you, student, he writes here, write down the equation of line. Look, he said, by drawing a suitable straight line, by drawing, I have to draw a line here, and find the solution. Or sometimes you say, first write the equation of line, then draw it, and then get solution. So I think you got my point, how I wrote the equation of line. Now, how to draw it? Actually, whenever a lone y involved, a line parallel to x-axis, repeat my words, a lone y involved, like this, a lone y involved, no x involved, a line parallel to x-axis. But in this question, we have x and y both involved. 100% line will become slant this way. So let's see how we can do it. So student, from these x values, I explained in previous lectures, from this x value, this x value, this x value, this x value, and this x value. Take any two numbers you like. Ideal number is 0. And then I take 2. But if you take -2, no problem. You take negative 1, no problem. You take positive 1, no problem. But I take little far from each other. So I have taken 0 and 2. And one by one, I will plug in both numbers in equation. So this equation I'm copying up. Not one time, two time I'm copying. One time I put 0 in the place of x. When I put 0 in the place of x, my answer is coming? Negative 1.5. So alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. When I plug in 2 in the place of x, let's see what answer comes. So I got a 0.5. So let's try to draw 0, negative 1.5. Hold on. Here x0, y0. Here x0, y minus 1. Here x0, y minus 2. But I'm looking for negative 1.5, which is coming in the middle of 1 and minus 1. So this is, I make a green color. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this point. So I label this point, alhamdulillah, rabbil alameen. I think you understood. So this point I drew already. What point left, student? 2 and 0.5 left. Where is 2? 2 is here. Where is 0.5? Is somewhere here. Let's point it. So 2 line is this and 0.5 line is this. Where they meet? They meet here, here. And let me erase the lines. So alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, student, I will going to take a scale and keep these 2 green points, and I'm going to make a green line. And I believe inshallah you will understand what is going on. Okay, draw a line across the whole diagram. Okay, this green line is cutting the red curve. How many points? 1 point here, second point here. So at this point, what is the answer? Negative 1. I repeat my words. At this curve and line cutting, answer is minus 1. So 1, my answer is coming minus 1. Second is cutting here, but this number is a little hard to get it. So let's try to find it. But make sure one box is what? 0.1. Make sure. Don't forget it. So I think you try to get it. So most probably it can be here even. Look, I make it a black color. It can be here. It can be slightly here. I think here is also best idea in the middle of that. So let's count. 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, 1.65, 1.65, 1.65. And my 2 answers are writing at the end here. You see, 2 places available here. And I'm writing in red color. First answer, I'm writing here, x is equal to minus 1. And second answer, I'm writing in the here up. Okay, no problem. 1.65, space problem. So that is why, or I can drag this slightly left side. Okay. So alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. And I believe you understood very well. And question is completely over. And hold on. So let me write finally. Okay, so I believe the question is completely over. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So completely question is over, and I hope so you got a point clear.